So far, good. How are you?
Good as well. So, what are we covering this time? We know this is an international break, and
Yeah. Argentina versus Paraguay. I woke up really early just to watch the game.
yeah,
Um,
let's dive in.
yeah, of course. It was sort of like how can I say, club match at the first half. Um, because Paraguay was like really narrow, and they did not want to give any like space, but Argentines played in like really high tempo. So, but there were some misplacement in like final third passes because they are not actually playing together all the time. Otherwise, it felt like a club matches. What do you think?
Yeah, it was very good match actually. It's felt like Argentina were without Leo Messi and without Leo Messi as well. They were really fast. This is the first time Julian Alvarez and not first time, but probably in this cycle. Um,
Yeah.
Lautaro Martinez both played together, and it was very good to see the intensity to win the ball back from the forward three, especially.
Yeah, of course. Also, I think in the last few games I saw Paraguay, they were actually a little bit wider. Although I think in the last match before the Argentina game, they were men down against Colombia or some on the team of Peru. I forgot. So yeah, they were actually like really defending for their life. And both of the winger Almiron and Sosa, they are like really speedy. They just want to get into the attack. Mm, yeah, like but in against Argentina, they were sort of like blocking the mid position, sort of shape like this. They started with like um, uh, five defenders, but they made the space a little bit narrower than usual. So okay, yeah, it was like really narrow, something similar to this. They weren't actually giving any space first few minutes, although the goal actually changes everything, and it was a brilliant goal. Also, brilliant delivery from Rodrigo de Paul. But so far, what we have seen, like it was sort of similar to these sort of shapes, although they were actually pushed back a little bit, but not that far. Yeah. But in the midfield, it was like a really crowded place, and the Argentine players were sort of like passing the ball. After the goal, it actually changes things. They pushed up a little bit from the beginning, basically. And what we have seen, like yeah, like the wing backs are in the half space actually, and some when the ball were getting wide, they already like doubling down on the wingers. Um, yeah, they were already doubling down the wingers, and Alvarez played a little bit narrow. And because of the narrow shape, we have seen from time to time, like Molina was going at trying to go around the defense to get the ball, but like as Kantor was saying in the game, and so far I understand, like Lautaro or McAllister is not Lionel Messi to supply him with this ball. But still they played like really well so far. And it was like really fast and high tempo, and there were a lot of passes like this, like one of the players were dropping down and he was getting the ball and he just like slide flick it towards someone else, and then he made a back pass to the third man, and then there were like a little bit space, and that's how they made progress so many times. Like for example, Lautaro dropped down a little bit and attracting this player, and Alvarez was making this sort of run, and he was passing the ball to Rodrigo. By that time, like he was going around his like marker, and he was getting this ball, and then he passed the ball to Alvarez, and Alvarez found Molina, and that's how they went to attack. And it was like so one touch football and 1-2 touches. It's like probably the best I have seen from Argentina since the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. But then it was interesting how they used McAllister on that number 5 role.
Yeah. And also like Enzo was basically in the
6.
pockets.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sort of like a 8 or something like that, and he was sometimes getting the ball, and also like I think they wanted to press the midfield a little bit up, and sometimes there were like four against four in the final third, and they won the balls quite a few times in this sort of a zone. But there weren't actually like good final third passes because playing in high tempo, like normally if you are in the club level, is like you can get used to it. But yesterday they weren't actually that like decisive in the final third.
Yeah, and let's blame Nico Gonzalez for it as well.
Of course, but he gave a little bit depth over there. Tagliafico, surprisingly, not much overlapping or more like underlapping. I think it's because of Almirion. Um, Almirion was dropped down, and when they were attacking, and they have like 78% position in the first half, and which doesn't actually tell the story of the ball. Paraguay, I think, was like really brilliant, even though they conceded the goal.
And yeah, very fortunate as well because DePaul hit the post at first half, and there are a lot of
Yeah,
close chances. As I said, Nico
yeah.
Gonzalez were wasteful as well as um, I think Lautaro had a deflected chance of going over. So yeah, there were some chances.
Yeah, yeah. Also, at the end, Messi took a direct shot from corner, which was almost in, and but the goalkeeper somehow managed to tip it a little bit, and then it hit the cross.
It hit the crossbar and then the side post. I don't think keeper had
No. It did. He just touched the ball a little bit.
is it true? Yeah, could be. But again, the free kick was also another.
Yeah, of course.
So there could have been a lot of goals. And
Yeah, yeah. How they played actually, like they dominated basically, but Paraguay was also crucial, like especially like first 60 minutes. And after that, I haven't seen those running and pressing, and Argentina basically slow down the tempo and try to pass it around. I think there was a chance they created after like 40 around 40 touches or something like that. So yeah, yeah, that's it actually so far.
thank you, thank you. But what I almost forgot. Yeah, I don't believe Paraguay had more than one shot on the goal.
They had a good chance actually because there was a transition moment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the only
like
chance.
Arredo. Yeah, exactly. And also, I thought it went in. I think Enzo or someone else lost the ball over, around this like left-sided half space, and then there was a pass inside, and then I think Almirion got the ball and he passed it like towards through Otamendi and Tagliafico, and Romero could not actually go over there, and Sosa made a good run, and yeah, like he took a shot under, uh, under Romero's feet, and it also defeated Emi Martinez, but it was outside of the box, outside of the goalpost.
I think yeah,
That is the, I think.
Amy had a touch. I think it was corner.
No, it was a goal kick after that.
I'm not sure. I think he had a touch. But yeah, you're right. It could have been a goal if it was more
Yeah,
decisive. But
yeah, true.
other than that, Whenever see,
Actually,
what?
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
No, no. Whenever I saw Almiron was having or tried to get into his or Tagliafico is outside of the position.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Otamendi doesn't have huge pace as well. So McAllister, Enzo, whoever thrown themselves.
Well, what happened actually? He made the how can I say half space run. He was playing a lot narrower than other matches I saw. I think Paraguay is not using him properly. Also, he needs someone to overlap or underlap him. He was not getting that, and only thing they can do actually like their striker drop down a little bit, and then they're to make those like corner flicks towards the wingers, and then they look dangerous. And also Paraguay hasn't scored since June. Last three matches did not score actually, so that's an alarming statistics for them as well.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I have nothing else to add actually. But your thought on the goal? You talked about Rodrigo De Paul's assist. You didn't talk
I
about.
think he was the best. Yeah, of course. I think Default was the best player in the pitch yesterday. He was everywhere basically, and
I
his
I kind of yeah I agree on De Paul. It was probably edged over, but I think McAllister was very good too.
yeah, of course. But Default was a little bit more decisive, especially in the final third passes, and McAllister too. McAllister was basically really crucial in build up. And to ease the pressure, there were a lot of passes actually from McAllister, like sideway passes without looking passes. Those were brilliant. But without Depol, like nobody knows, like Alvarez has to drop down a little bit sometimes to get the ball from other players. But they have a good connection in the right side. Without Messi, it did not feel like they missed much, but they missed the final third passes, which was actually given by Depaul. I think McAllister would have done that too if he has a little bit progressive position, but Depaul was good actually yesterday.
No, I agree. But without Di Maria, uh,
I
Nico.
think,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. I think they missed Lo Celso more than Di Maria because so far what I have seen after the World Cup, this three midfield they are like good in doing some stuff, but if you're not playing Messi in big matches, especially, you need those passes like towards the through the defenses. Enzo trying to do that for a while, and at the end of the game he was not there. People made a couple of passes like low balls. Alvarez was brilliant actually, but you still need those like passes where the runner can catch up behind the defense actually. These
That's
sort of passes.
that's where I was going actually. I understand Lo because he's not fit and he's coming back from injury. Uh,
Yeah,
but I was really satisfied with the trial of Enzo, McAllister, and DePaul. There's nothing much to complain there. They've been brilliant.
no, yeah.
Uh,
Actually, the movement of the relative movement actually created a lot of chances.
I was small worried about Nico Gonzalez missing chances and missing passes. Um,
Yeah,
and that's where it seemed like Nico got Di Maria soul of like a few years ago when he
yeah,
couldn't find it. He couldn't find the final passes or final touches. That's where I
yeah,
was going with the Di Maria example.
yeah. Actually, Nico made does all the things better, but when in the around the box, he's sometimes like really like suffer from indecisions, especially like one chance he got basically was free here. I think it was a loose ball from there, and all the defense were like really narrower here. I think they were stopping something, some shots or something like that. He was decisive. He was not decisive there. He should have took the shot in the first. He he waited the ball to come to his left feet, and then he shoot, and which was outside.
Yeah, no, thank you for putting this up. I mean, have nothing to add actually, but Argentina do look like world champions in terms of playing and confidence and with the ball intensity as well.
Yeah, true. It was satisfying to see both from both of the team. Actually, like it sort of like felt like a club matches. Normally, you don't see that in the national level.
True, very true. So on that note, I guess we're wrapping things up. There are other bunch of games coming up in the CONMEBOL,
Yeah,
as well as European qualifiers ongoing. But we'll be back very soon with something new.
yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Thanks.